Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful day. Just
Man, ain't nobody having no wonderful day.
nobody's having a wonderful day. I know.
Whole world's going crazy, man. What the heck?
I'm not having a wonderful day. I'm having a horrible day. David is having a wonderful day. David is the only person here who is having a wonderful day.
That's true.
Yeah. What's up, David?
Yo, hey, how you doing?
Good. Not good. But anyway, yeah, whatever. I just say good because that's what
I woke up 23 minutes ago.
You did?
Yeah, 23 minutes ago.
Right before we are supposed to go live?
Yeah, but I knew you'd be like 10 to 20 minutes late, so I was like not in a rush to be up on time.
If anybody placed bets on how late we were going to be and put some big money on 20 minutes, congratulations. And I should advertise this on some exchange where you can make those bets. That there are those bets where you can bet on current events. And
that would be funny, and then we could decide who's going to win, and then start at that time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Like we're betting on ourselves.
Yeah, we could manipulate the whole thing, and I just put tons of money.
and then we go to jail for.
That's funny. Yeah. So today I'm calling myself the pedophilia opponent, since we're talking about pedophilia and pedophiles, like the Prophet Muhammad, the pedophile.
Is that what we're talking about? All I saw was the topic destroying Islam. It's like, okay, we can do that.
I don't know. Without going into too much detail, over the last several days, I've been targeted.
Hey, you need to quit sharing any of that until later. What the heck is wrong with you?
Severely.
Yes. You don't need to say anymore. Yes, severely.
Yeah. No, so that's just all.
Just say severely. That's it. You can leave it at that.
Starting a campaign to harass me and all of that, and
you do not need to give details until later.
I know. I'm aware.
You do not want to inadvertently aid anyone who's currently harassing you.
Just trying to say that people think they can intimidate me into stopping what I'm doing for some weird, dumb reason. Like they don't know me so far. Like they don't know what I do.
You don't know him.
Don't
know him.
Like they don't know how I respond to provocation and to insults.
They don't even know
things like that.
They're about to find out, though. It's that rule of nature. Mess around, find out.
Yeah. This here is only one of those methods that I can respond with. Where is that now? Oh, there's no Quran here because I destroyed them all. See, man.
Don't worry. No, don't worry. You've said enough for now. Just let everyone know we will be escalating significantly more than we've escalated before.
Yes.
There will be escalations.
You can count.
There will be desecrations. There will be a lot of humiliations,
annihilations. Oh yeah. So I haven't been in a great, fantastic mood today. So it's like my planning of stuff is all over the place. Somebody asked earlier about what I did to my Apostate Prophet merch store. I quickly want to point out that I shut that down a while ago, because I was doing that on Shopify with on-demand print shirts and stuff like that, and I kept getting problems of like product can't be sent, has to be revised and stuff like that. And I thought, screw this, just shut it down. So for now, I don't have a store, and I might maybe have that in the future one day. Maybe I can start selling Quran underwear, like Quran underwear. I can do some really good advertising for that, like with nice commercials and music videos of people wearing.
When I was at the last conference, we came up with the idea for making a T-shirt that has Quran pages all over it.
Uh-huh.
And then right in the middle, it says "Checkmate, jihadis." Get it? You get a shirt. It's got Quran pages printed all over it. Checkmate jihadis right down the middle. Can't shoot me without shooting the Quran. Huh?
That's good. That's good.
You could actually make an entire burqa out of that. You'd be indestructible.
Yeah.
Like you can send soldiers to the, whatever war or whatever in the future of Afghanistan or something like that. Soldiers can wear our Quran burqas, and
that's perfect.
They'd be indestructible. We'd have an indestructible army.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I had this whole Quran to wear idea a long time ago, and I even had some rhythm for some little introductory advertisement with some music, and then some women and some men wearing different Quran to wear products to advertise it. And it's basically just a brand. It's not Quran pages. It's specifically designed underwear with Quran verses on them, specifically interesting Quran verses. Yeah.
Oh, dude, you don't even know. You got those. All the people who have agreed to dial things up in response to various offenses. I mean, when I said that if they were ever to kill Hatun, we would be dialing things up significantly. People were sending me messages. Hey, dude, got a pig farm here, ready to do whatever you want. So, messages like that. But there's one woman who shall remain nameless here, who's going to make Quran tampons, called Quran pons, right? That'll go with your Quran underwear.
Yeah.
Quran underwear and Quran pons.
I also thought I should have a brand of drinking mugs like the one that you're drinking on right now, and it could be like yellow, and it could be called Campy or Campus or something like that, and with a camel on top of it, and that could be a brand. Like I could slowly start building like different products that are all based on very interesting things here. Yeah, I don't know.
Just want it to be known, this is not the direction we wanted to go, but it is the direction you guys, because of your decisions, are sending us in. Your decisions to mess with people who are happy to escalate in various ways. You can't say you didn't know, because we've been doing this for years. So this on you guys, all you keyboard jihadis out there. This totally on you. What's coming in the very near future? All
Those
on
who
you.
have been following
your
me know
decisions.
very well. They know very well. From the very beginning, I did nothing but I only talked about Islam. I criticized Islam. I mocked Islam because it's worthy of mockery. I debated on lots of stuff on Islam, gave my opinions on it. It is only when I got repeatedly attacked that I began responding slowly in different ways, in ways that I initially did not want to go into. And I again and again, I keep getting away from that and thinking, okay, let me refocus on what I'm actually doing, on what I actually intended to do the entire time. But then these attacks come again, the provocations come again and again. It's like one of those. It's like your favorite scene from the Grandfather movie, which is.
Did you say the grandfather?
My brain is so all over the place. I just said grandfather.
Well, let me tell you, Sonny. Just when I pull out my teeth, they put them back in.
I'm in Godfather, not Grandfather. Grandfather. Oh boy.
That would be a funny parody, though. The Grandfather.
That's good. That's good. Anyway.
Oh, hang on. Orthodox gal said, "Will it make?" Talking about the Quran pawns. She said, "Will it make my period holy so I can pray whilst I'm on it?" Whilst I'm on. That's funny. You could advertise them like that, right? You could advertise them and said, "Hey, we found a way to found a way to make you holy so you can pray."
Oh boy.
Quran bonds.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Actually, for today, I wanted to look at a few different things that were rather entertaining. One of those is, you are aware of this. Recently, SNEAKO had some interesting developments.
Always entertaining.
And I know SNEAKO is some. Why are we talking about SNEAKO? It's this little kid almost, but he's
same thing with Andrew Tate, because they throw him in our face, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed anything about that guy, except for, ha, David, SNEAKO has converted to Islam. This is the proof that Islam is true. All these famous people converting, and we're just looking at this going, are you serious? This guy babbling about the book of the Council of Nicaea, who knows absolutely nothing, gives the dumbest reasons I've ever heard for converting to Islam. Clearly just some sort of grift or something like that, or doing it because Daddy Tate is doing it and he's following suit. That guy, that's your new poster boy for Islam, because I don't think this is going to go the way you think it does. And lo and behold, once again, we're always right.
Destiny had some funny meme that he shared. He shared on Twitter several times, and also put it on the screen in one of his streams, which I just want to find that, because it's like it summarizes very nicely what SNEAKO does on the internet all the time. Let us see. Where is that? Oh, right here. I think right here. Let me see. Let me share this here on the screen. Let me share this on the screen. This beautiful thing that I got right here. So now the screen sharing, it will take about 2 hours for the screen sharing to begin. But then as soon as it's ready, just kidding. So here, you can't even see this because it's so small.
I can see it.
Hardly, can you? Can you read what's on there? Wait, let me download this quickly and show it just bigger. Let me zoom in on there. Unprofessional stuff.
The Hour of the Amateur is your show's title.
Unprofessional stuff.
Unprofessional amateur hour.
Amateur. So here's this meme that he made. Of course, it gets a little bit explicit, but it says F women. This is a Fresh and Fit show hosts.
Yeah, I know who those guys are now.
Yeah, he says, "Thanks, guys. You gave me lots to think about." And this is something that he actually said several times to different people. Converting to Islam to beat the Matrix and these charges. Thanks, Andrew. You gave me a lot to think about. Now he looks like him. Nick Fuentes. The Jews are behind us being canceled. Thanks, Nick. You gave me a lot to think about. Then here's the guy Zerka. The Freemasons don't want you to know the earth is flat. Thanks, Zerka. You gave me a lot to think about. And then finally here's, what's his name? Jesse Lee Peterson. He says, amazing. He says, thanks, Jesse. You gave me a lot to think about. Who knows what I will believe in next? But I thought this is an amazing summary of what SNEAKO is doing this whole time. And people take him seriously and present him to us as somebody who is worth following and worth looking at because he converted to Islam. And, people are converting to Islam left and right. Smart people, wonderful people like SNEAKO.
Yeah, so, we've gone through SNEAKO's conversion videos. John McRae went through like every single point that SNEAKO made. And then I think I responded to like the preservation of the Quran or something like that. But it's a guy who, again, he was talking about the removed book of the Council of Nicaea, removed from the Bible and so on. Like, absolute most clueless person you could find. And then on the other hand, they've got Andrew Tate, who his argument is basically, it's like I'm betting on the stock market. These guys are more inclined to go on a killing spree, so they're going to outlast all the people who won't go on a killing spree. Plus, Islam confirms my view of women, and the closest thing he has to an argument is his God has to be the balance, the equal and opposite balance of the evil in the world. So you're dealing with a total pagan God who counterbalances a finite amount of evil. And notice the most ignorant guys you can find with the dumbest arguments you can find, those become the poster boys for Dawah.
Yeah.
It's not, hey, look at these two guys, these two serious thinkers who went through the evidence. They've examined the evidence for Islam. They examined the evidence for other positions, and they concluded based on these powerful arguments that Islam is the truth. No, it's two guys who really look like, hey, I want to surround myself with the people who are dumb enough to think that I'm taking this seriously. And, oh, there's only one group that's going to do that. Let me go with that group.
That's a wonderful decision on their part. It's beautiful, beautiful.
It is powerful.
Like, I mean, Andrew Tate's whole description of what God is, of the balance in the world. It's basically, I mean, that's basically like dualism, like forms of Gnosticism that have existed forever. Nothing to do with a belief or a proper belief that is thought through in a monotheistic God. You might as well just go and say, I'm a Zoroastrian, I'm a Gnostic, I'm something like that. I don't know. Same thing. And they think that this guy is proof that Islam is powerful because people are converting.
Yeah, really, I mean, with SNEAKO and with Tate, it really looks like you could sit there and post videos of yourself surrounded by almost naked girls all day long. And as long as you take a picture at the mosque on Friday and post it to social media and say, Alhamdulillah, or something like that, they'll love you. They'll just love you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you're doing all day, every day. As long as you post that picture from the mosque, you're good.
You know what's messed up? He doesn't even know how to pray or how to do the ablution, the washing before the prayer, which is one of the first things that you learn when you become a Muslim. And it's so simple that you can practice and you can learn it within a very short time frame. I mean, all it is I haven't done it in so many years, but I'm pretty sure I remember this. What was it? 10 years? Wow. You wash the hands. You rinse your mouth, you rinse your nose, your face, your arms, to the elbows, your head, and your feet, or something like that. And he was learning about that.
Do they have little
guy?
Do they have like little cartoons or songs that are made for like little Muslims, like Sesame Street type? First you wash your hands and then you do this and
Muslims are usually not very creative in that format. So, but there are cartoons or cartoon books in which they teach that stuff. But hey, actually 2 weeks ago, I was going to talk about SNEAKO saying you can't do anything in Islam, and I couldn't find that stream. I still can't. It's for some reason the only one that was taken down. But there was one stream before that day where he actually found out that he can't do anything in Islam, which is why the next day he started ranting about it. So maybe we could look at that.
Yeah, because I recall seeing some sort of clip on Twitter where he was complaining about what he's not allowed to do. I don't even remember what he was saying.
Well, let's see. I think I'm not entirely sure about. I haven't cleared this properly here, but let's see.
SNEAKO will be like, "Hey, look, it's a picture of me. This is how I look in my mind."
Look, this is a stream where they are talking about real estate with this guy, like the fresh and fit host.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's what they're talking about, real estate.
Yeah,
and he can't have it as a Muslim, and he's all mad.
He gets mad. Look at this.
Real estate as Muslims, as it involves interest. Anything involving interest is completely haram. I usually don't donate to anyone, but need to save you. Wait, what the fuck? Muslims can't buy real estate?
He's being super strict because
of
usury.
No. Chat. Other Muslims in the chat. Can I? That's fucking stupid.
No, you can't buy real estate, but he's saying you can't take a loan on it because you pay interest with loans.
But that's like some of the basics of real estate.
That's exactly. You have to take a loan unless he's basically telling you got to buy houses cash. because that way you don't have interest.
Look at his face.
But it's very difficult to buy houses cash, and it's not intelligent.
Well, you think like Mohammed Hijab and like all the like, is Muslim Twitter gonna get mad at me if I like buy real estate?
I wouldn't even disclose it.
I don't drink. Come on, man. I'm gonna take out a
I mean, the thing is, like, that's just not.
You hear him? He's like, I don't drink. You gonna be mad about real estate too?
Yeah, I already gave up a few things. Like, what is this?
I gave up drinking, and now I can't buy houses.
He still has random girls over and has sex with them, and even engages in like.
Yeah, but he doesn't drink.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
But he doesn't drink, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the other funny part. What you can do is, if you're going to convert to Islam and be this public face of dawah, if you're doing, let's say, 20 different things, if you do 20 different things that are all condemned in Islam, just pick the one that you can do away with most easily and constantly brag about how you gave that up for Islam. And then you keep doing the other 19 things and saying, but I gave that one up. I gave that one up. See, and alhamdulillah, his life is changing. His life is changing because of the power of Islam.
He just found a new girlfriend. I found it out when I was researching stuff today. A girlfriend that he met like online on some random dating thing and invited over within minutes, and then she came the same day, and now he has her over. And Muslims are like idiots in the comment section and are like, oh, wonderful, now you have to do it halal, please wait, marry her and stuff. You don't know, like, the guy already had her in his room and had probably had sex with her already. Are you stupid? Do you think he's going to follow your rules? Don't be like, stupid idiots.
That was right after or right before that other video clip where he's telling the porn actress to come over and record from private porn with him.
Yes, that was just a few days ago. And this guy is supposed to be the new Muslim. He doesn't care about Islam.
Yeah, she's just like wearing like a bra or a bikini top or something like that on there, and he's like having her stretch like that.
Yeah. Messed up.
Like, everything in America is built on interest. Everything, because for obvious reasons. But any Western country is going to be dependent upon interest. If you have a mortgage, that's interest, bro. Like, what do you live in a house? You probably have a mortgage on that house. You're paying interest.
So that's haram?
You have your money in a bank account. The bank is lending your money out on interest.
Look at SNEAKO's face, man. He's like, what? Look, now he's like, huh? Seriously?
No.
There's no way to avoid usury in the West. There's no way.
So what about
everything is based on interest? That's how lending in general makes money. So that if you want to borrow money, credit cards, interest.
Yeah. Wait, so is it harm about credit cards?
See, that depends on how religious you want to go.
So, but like,
you can go down
based on the Quran, is it haram to have credit cards? Because I have multiple.
I guess maybe.
The Quran says credit cards are
yeah, it says it. It's simultaneously a prophecy about the future and a condemnation of SNEAKO. By the way, I hate to speak in defense of Islam here, but you can go Sharia compliant financing at Sharia compliant banks.
Yeah.
It's much more common in Europe. Like in London, we walk down the street and there's all this Sharia compliant banking. But what they'll do is, if you're going to buy a house, let's say the house is $200,000, and you would ordinarily just be paying interest on payments and stuff. You go into, I think the situation is, you go into a Sharia compliant bank and they say, okay, instead of paying $200,000, we're going to charge you $300,000. You agree to pay the $300,000, and then we space it out in payments, but it's technically not interest. We're just charging you a much bigger amount than the house costs, and so it's the same thing that Islam always does. It does the exact same thing and just calls it something else, and then it's fine, right? Like you could hire prostitutes during the time of Muhammad. That was totally fine. They just come up with a halal way of doing it. It's, hey, you do the exact same thing, go hire a prostitute. It's going to be mutta, and you're going to marry her for the time you're having sex with her, and then, quickie divorce right after you're done with this prostitute.
And then, according to some narrations, that was only temporary. Afterward, Muhammad forbid it and said it should no longer be practiced. According to other reports, it was not forbidden. But yeah, it was just an arbitrary rule by the Prophet. Because Islam also it's kind of like in the case of Muhammad, where Islam just takes a child molesting rapist and calls him a prophet, for example. You can always give it different names and call it something different, and it works.
Yeah. And what's interesting is Joshua Little. So he's a Western scholar who thinks he's helping Muslims by doing away with the age of Aisha thing, but he does away with it by attacking their sources and showing that hadiths in general are extremely unreliable. They were fabricating those way more than your average Sunni Muslim is aware of. And of course, fabricating the isnads way more than your average Sunni Muslim is aware of. But his view is that Islam, if you go back to like the 1st century, was regional, that different regions were dominated by different views on Islam. And so his view is that if you went to certain areas of Islam, if they still wanted to practice mutta, they would have their traditions saying that it's okay. Mutta was never condemned by Muhammad. Muhammad allowed it, and that other later leaders may have had rules against it, but not Muhammad. And if you went to an area where they didn't like mutta, they had their own hadiths there, and their hadiths would say, yes, Muhammad allowed it for a short time, but then he forbade the practice. And so you ended up with these regional versions of Islam. And they're all like fabricating they're all fabricating sources to justify any of their positions. And then later on, when you need when you need to consolidate and make one official Islam, a bunch of these still ended up in their sources. These regional rulings still ended up in their sources. And that's why you can open up Sahih Muslim and go to one hadith and it'll say, a Sahih narration will say, yes, Muhammad allowed temporary marriage, but later he forbade it. And you could go to another hadith and it will say, no, Muhammad never forbade it. We were doing that well into the time of the rightly guided caliphs. And this later caliph came along and condemned it. You get these completely contradictory rulings in their Sahih narrations because these sources were all circulating before Islam needed to be standardized. And so you're getting a glimpse into earlier Islam where you went from region to region and found significantly different versions of Islam.
Yeah. We will continue with the video. I just wanted to quickly bring up something here, which I saw earlier. He made a tweet earlier, which I found kind of funny. He said, "Wi-Fi requirements: virgin, sub average around 5 bodies." Like, what? Yeah. Okay, what kind of a definition of virgin is this?
So if you've had sex with fewer than somewhere around 5 bodies, so if you're hot enough, maybe we'll let you slide with 6 or something like that. But yeah, you still count as a virgin. It's funny there. He's adapting his definition of virgin.
So virgin meaning lower than around 5 people to have sex with in the past. Unvaccinated, homophobic, feminine. And feminine also is like, what? I don't even get it.
Wait, greater than 24 years old?
Greater than 24? What?
I thought these guys all like little girls. What the heck?
I don't understand. What is he talking about? Feminine, greater than 20? What does this have to do with this?
Don't know.
I didn't even look at this too long. But
don't know.
I don't understand. Transphobic, dishwasher. He wants to marry a dishwasher. God-fearing, with the Christian way of praying. Daddy's girl, because of pedophilic tendencies. No, I'm just picking too much right now. That wasn't true. That's just a currently weird way of looking at relationships. Beautiful, racist.
It's weird that he puts
And
the
cook.
X. It's weird that he's got the X after that, because I've seen them. They all use racist as a positive characteristic of someone. Like with his new girlfriend, someone, and I think SNEAKO shared it. It's like, wow, he found this such and such and such and such hot racist girl, and had her over within 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what the X beside it means when the racist part is a good thing for them.
That's good. Racism is good. Racism is based. But yeah, it has to be a racist dishwasher. He wants to marry a racist dishwasher. That is somehow feminine, which means greater than 24 years old, and is a virgin, which means had sex with fewer than 5 people.
The little mark there means around 5, so that's why it's going to be it's going to be negotiable, depending on her hotness.
And considering that he redefines virgin by this, I would say when he says around 5 would be, he could like 20 he could accept if he's like really tempted. 30 he could accept. 2 he could accept.
Yeah,
around 5 could be like a very large range. I don't know.
And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is for putting a ring on it. So these are the wife requirements. These are not the requirements for any of the random girls he bones regularly, before and after he goes to the mosque.
And yes, this is wonderful. Anyway, getting back to this is so weird. Getting back to this.
Maybe if you're like super religious, they can interpret it as that because credit cards charge you interest if you don't pay in full.
Chat, respectfully, like if you're gonna go criticize me for that.
That's why I don't claim to be a great Muslim, because there's shit like this.
How much stuff do I have to give up? Pork, fun, alcohol, women, gambling, everything. I can't even invest my money. No.
You can invest, but you can't invest it into things that involve usury. But any real investment typically deals with interest. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
They're saying credit cards are haram.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna ask Sheikh Uthman about that, but okay, no cloud Alex. Okay, is this better? SNEAKO on mine. What's a good advice to leave alcohol? Bro,
hey, smart. I'm gonna go to Sheikh Uthman, Sheikh Ibn Ketchup, who will say anything to keep me in Islam. And Sheikh Uthman, no, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, this is fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry. I just rewrite Islam to bring it in line with whatever you want.
I think Sheikh Uthman will tell him that it's haram, but he will probably spin it in such a way where he knows how to spin it in such a way where it's like it will make sense to him. Like it will be like he will smoothly give that to him.
Bro, like you just have to go cold turkey and you got to quit. You just have to accept the fact that like alcohol is not in your best interest as a man, and it's gonna set you up for failure. Alcohol, the only people that can get away with being alcoholics all day are women, bro. Sorry.
Great.
This
powerful point.
What a moron.
Become a Muslim.
There you go.
If you start drinking alcohol, you're gonna go to hell. If you're a Christian, you could drink all day.
It's not beneficial.
This is so incredibly stupid. This guy is Myron. He's the host of Fresh and Fit. For those who don't know, the Fresh and Fit show, which is basically a show that is designed to invite girls who are engaged in online modeling and things like that to make them dress scantily, invite them, put them on there, make them look like idiots, then let them share the links to their stuff and then get out of there, while also blaming them as whores and stuff like that. And that's done a win-win situation. These guys can sit here and humiliate women and call them all whores, while also making use of the fact that they are, according to these guys, whores, and also profiting off of that, and also giving those women something along the way. And I don't know, it's a very sick business, and this guy is a complete idiot.
I mean, it's an interesting relationship. I mean, it's weird, but what popped into my head as far as the system, it's like back in the slave trading, the Atlantic slave trade, they would take rum and send the rum over here, and then the rum was used to buy slaves, which go over here and stuff, and they ended up with this with this system, but that's what it's like. It's like, okay, we got we bring the girls on there so we can show, so the people click on our thumbnails because I see a bunch of hot girls, and then we use that to spread our message that women are dumb. But why are the girls going to come on there just so we can call them dumb and show off for our thumbnails? Because we help promote their channels, and it's this weird little lovely little Islamic ecosystem going on.
Yeah. Black Angel said, LOL, I'm so tired that I understood horse. Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said horse.
Is it just me? That dude was also that dude also sounded like he's claiming to be a Muslim, and it sounded like he was saying, but not really strict.
Who, Myron here?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
He
was
is
like saying not a terribly strict Muslim.
He is of Muslim, or I think he is a Muslim. He is from Sudan, from the Muslim side of Sudan, and but he's not a good Muslim at all. So that's the situation.
Yeah, Mrs. Apostate pointed out that they were recently demonetized from YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and I don't know if that was specifically because of Nick Fuentes, but they had Nick Fuentes on, and they got a message from YouTube saying, "Hey, don't do this. This guy's banned, and you're having him on here to present all his racist stuff." And they did it anyway, and then it was I think a week or two later or something like that, they got demonetized. So
yeah.
Special, man. Alcohol's for losers anyway.
It
man.
is. Well, it's fun sometimes.
It is fun. No.
Having fun
It's
as
fun.
an adult.
I get it. It is fun, but
But did I miss this? I thought somewhere here where he's complaining, he said, "Okay, that's stupid" or something like that. Is it later on, or is he still here?
bro, it's fucking, it's waste of time though. It really is a fucking waste of time.
No, because Andrew Tate says you have to get your cam girls drunk to destroy their inhibitions and get them to do a bunch of stuff on the cam.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's been wallahi. It's been 3 months.
Wallahi,
now,
wallahi.
Every good.
Wallahi.
My life on my. I don't want to like.
You probably feel better.
It's so much more
It's way
boring.
better.
Like having. I feel better. I have more energy, but like.
I love how SNEAKO is just being completely honest about giving up alcohol. He could just sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I feel much better now. This is how you are supposed to be as a Muslim." But he's like, "No, it's boring. Life is boring now."
Yeah, it's like, I mean, how long is this going to last? And that, by the way, this is actually to his credit that he's like sharing some legitimate feelings and not just putting on a complete show. Like, guys, my life sucked so bad when I went around and was just drinking and boning girls all day long. But now that I'm a Muslim and I get to sit in a room all day and pretty much do the same thing, but I'm not drinking, it's so much better now. Instead, he's like, it sucks. It sucks. Everything sucks. I'm not allowed to do anything, even though I keep doing it anyway. But I'm not allowed. And so what he really means is, apart from drinking, he's continuing to do all the things he's done before. But now he has an army of Muslims in the chat who are complaining, "That's haram. That's haram." And he's basically saying, "This is annoying that they keep telling me I'm not allowed to do all this stuff that I'm doing."
And we will come to that too. There's a rant that he had on that. It will come to that in a little bit as well.
Having fun.
Sarah says SNEAKO is terrible, but somehow entertaining. That's kind of how I see it. Like,
yeah, that's how I. Yeah, it wasn't.
It's fun watching this guy because he's a funny idiot.
Yeah, it wasn't until I saw him walk out of the room at my SNEAKO's about to have a bad weeko that I realized, oh, this young guy's actually funny here.
Yeah, he is an entertaining guy, so I get the appeal. Yeah.
As an adult is so hard without alcohol. Like, what do you do? Like, you're like a robot. Like,
what do you do all day?
What am I supposed to do now? Like, I look at shooters, Sartorial shooter styles with Jewel. Like, it'd be like dirt biking and skydiving and like shooting guns out of helicopters and stuff.
Yeah,
but that's fun. Like once a month.
Yeah. What do you do in the other 29 days? Drinking. But I can't do that anymore. So what do I do 29 days a month? What is this?
Rumble is terrible. What the heck? What the hell is going on? Rumble. What a dumb platform.
Look at that funny picture, though. Look at his face.
Okay, in the middle of the video, Rumble just stopped playing the video. What is this, man? These people suck.
Like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I look at shooters, Sartorial shooter styles with Jewel. Like, it'd be like dirt biking and skydiving and like shooting guns out of helicopters and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's fun. Like once a month.
Yeah.
I don't have that much. You don't even, bro. You can't swim. So even when we like go to a yacht, Myron's like not even jet skiing. Like Myron's really black. But like, how do we have fun like that?
I mean, I just take enjoyment in like simple shit, man. True crime, watching history documentaries.
Look at SNEAKO's face. Well, I'm gonna watch history documentaries. This is what I get to do as a Muslim. I get to watch history documentaries. Look at the look on his face.
Right out a mustache.
That's what you. So after a long day of like yelling at girls, you lit there and you're watching documentaries about what happened between 1939 and 1945. Like that's what you really do for fun. Friday night, like let me watch a history documentary.
Yeah, so I just make sure that I don't get declined from an art school.
You know what?
I just make sure that I don't get declined from an art school.
Whoa! Come on, man.
Okay, I thought there was a part where he goes on about this, but
That can't be the only idea of fun. That's it.
Pretty much, I try to avoid getting declined from art school, so I don't go crazy.
Okay. You know, I actually got denied from art school.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if there's more to that, but I thought he's ranting on this here more. But there is a different video where we can go further into that. I want to quickly add. So earlier, I think I said that Myron is dumb. To be honest, I think he's a horrible person, and he says horrible things. That said, I wouldn't necessarily call him dumb. That might be just something that I say in the moment, but I don't think he's a particular example of a very dumb person. I think he's just an example of a terrible person with very unhealthy ideas.
When Ali Dawah started his show, what was the show called? The Bitter Truth, where it's him and a couple other guys, and then these girls, and all fully covered and so on. He was just trying to do an Islamic version of Fresh and Fit, right?
Oh yeah.
So he's trying to do a, and then they're trying to do an Islamic version of Fresh and Fit, and then it's all like, hey, let's talk about why we need to have secret second wives, because you girls are too greedy with your husbands. You don't realize if you got a real high value man, then you should be happy with us having second, third, fourth wives. You got to share. That's what they use their show for.
I guess the idea behind it is like the way they justify that to themselves is, let us do something like this so we can attract people's attention back to Islam instead of going to that haram, fresh and fit thing. That's how I can imagine them talking themselves into making such a dumb show. So here is an interesting clip that I didn't really watch. I only saw bits of it.
What direction do we?
This is Fuzi is a severely mentally disturbed person who was famous in the past.
Fuzi?
Yeah, this is Fuzi.
For some reason I thought it was Fauci.
I don't know. I think his actual name is Yusuf, and he just calls himself Fuzi for some reason. I don't know. It's kind of
Fuzi,
kind of
like foosball.
Yeah.
But the foosball.
This guy is like, he is. I don't know what to say. With not really mentally there. He also recently got arrested during a live stream.
What did he do?
He was getting apparently these prank calls and threats from some other streamer, and while he was live, he got a call from that guy, and he called the police saying, "This guy is threatening me, he's harassing me. I'm scared. I don't know what to do." And the police came, and they were like, "Okay, we don't know what to do with this." And he started yelling at the police officers and insulting them. He said, "Are you dumb? It's right here,
you pigs!"
And they were like, "Okay, you're coming with us." So they just arrested him during the live stream, and then you know what he did?
Hang on. Then he starts playing Ice-T's Cop Killer.
No, you know what he did then?
What?
When as he was getting arrested, guess what he turned it into? He said, "You are arresting a Palestinian Muslim." That's what he said.
You're clearly Jews, been sent by Mossad.
He turned it. He made it all about his origin, his ethnic origin, and his Muslim religion, when they were clearly arresting him for being incredibly disrespectful, out of order, and I think they also said that he looked quite mentally unstable, and I don't know. And now he's in a mental hospital, by the way.
Yeah, been there.
It is this way, but you should check the app. I'm pretty sure it's this way.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna pray 2 rak'ahs. That means when I go down and do this, when I do that, you get up and do another 2. I'm traveling. I'll just do it with you. You have to do 4. I'm traveling. Okay, I'll do 4 because I get what you're saying. I just want to do it with you. All right, I'll do 4. Yeah. Can you use the app?
Wait, is this the one where he teaches him how to do the
I have no idea. I've never seen this.
the ablution? I know. I'm asking people in the chat, like somebody who, or my wife. She knows this. I think. Is this the one where he teaches him how to do the washing? Because that's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure it's. I'll check right now. Close that.
Just as long as these guys know they can use
Do you like these masks?
dead donkey water for their ablutions.
Salim the dream. Salim was supposed to show up on my stream and teach me how to pray. And then,
Yes, he will do what was supposed to show up on my dream. Looks like there's a common issue with the Nelt boys.
I'm not a flaker. I'm not like these other.
Oh, this is not the one. Oh well.
Well.
Okay. But correct me if I'm wrong. Chat, or yeah, I think it is. SNEAKO said. SNEAKO said something interesting about what happened behind the scenes here with Fuzi, while he was also teaching him how to do the ablution. I think he said that Fuzi made some sexual advances toward him behind the scenes after teaching him how to do the washing and stuff like that. So particularly of oral nature. So some really weird stuff is going on here. These guys are out there talking about Islam and
Well, in addition to all that, it's just this, he's doing all this haram stuff, but anytime he's in the mosque, he wants to show everyone that he's in the mosque. And then it's like these videos of him praying. And I can never get it out of my mind that these are people who claim to respect Jesus. Jesus, who said in, what does SNEAKO call it? He'll just call it Matt verse 39. So SNEAKO, this is Matt chapter 6, verse 5. Jesus says, and when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on street corners to be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. So he's talking about a hypocritical prayer that is meant to be seen by others. And I don't know. It seems like SNEAKO wants every single thing he's doing prayer-wise, whether it's going to the mosque or anything else, to be seen by others.
Well, in Islam, it is all just ritual. There is no true intent behind it. So, what do you expect?
That ain't a stain on these Pradas. I'm just being modest.
Is that Rick again?
Lil Wayne.
Nice shorts.
These people.
The only answer.
I can't even lie. The stream that bro. How many times are you gonna change and get naked in like 5 minutes?
They had to stay. Are you insecure?
Bro, I swear to God, you showered for 3 hours today already. Like, I've been on this comeback.
Lie.
Yeah, whatever.
I know how to do it. You do this, 3 emphasis,
Start.
and then
Cameras on me. Start.
You just changed from one pair of shorts to another pair of shorts?
Go like this 3 times. Get a cup with your hand.
This is ridiculous. Okay, this is really ridiculous. The ablution is a very quick thing to do. Like the wudu, the washing is a very quick thing to do. You can learn that, I don't know, in minutes. And if you do that repeatedly, you shouldn't be getting instructions on this stuff from somebody else who's standing there after months of being a Muslim and supposedly praying.
Yeah, isn't this the sort of thing you could look up in a YouTube video in like 5 seconds?
Yeah, yeah, and it's a very quick, very short thing. I mean, this is not something that is hard to learn or hard to even remember because it's short. And so this is just one of those signs that he just doesn't practice in private at all, which many people in his environment have confirmed.
3 times. Blow out your nose 3 times.
Oh, okay. I don't want to hear that.
Gotta blow Satan out of your nose.
Okay.
Satan sleeps in your nose.
Do the grid. And then I want you to start with your right hand 3 times.
You don't have to do your head too?
Huh?
You have to do your head.
I'll get there.
Wow, he has to ask about wow.
Right hand 3 times to the elbow. And then let it drop. And then go to your left hand.
Muslims, are you proud of this? Muslims who say people are converting to Islam. Look, everybody is converting to Islam because SNEAKO did and Andrew Tate did. Are you guys proud of this? That this guy converts to Islam, doesn't care about Islam at all in private, but only in public, and then even in public, he's getting he's getting instructions on the simplest, most basic things because he just doesn't care. Because all he does is just use Islam for the trend in the moment.
No, the guys who are promoting SNEAKO and Andrew Tate and so on, they don't realize the long-term damage they're doing. That the example that's when you make these guys the poster boy for your religion, and you say, "Hey, young people, look at these popular streamers. See, they're Muslims." And then the young guys look at these guys, and some of these young guys say, "Oh, I want to be like this too." But the example you actually get are complete hypocrites who are doing everything that they're not supposed to do, but then publicly saying, "Look how righteous I am because I'm praying," or "Look how righteous I am for going to the mosque," and saying, "Look, here's what being a Muslim is. You live this completely double life. As long as you're popular, you get away with anything. And you can go on doing anything you want. Just, take a selfie when you go to the mosque." And so they're not setting the stage for very devout future Muslims.
Doesn't matter as long as the numbers seemingly go up.
And you could say Islam is the fastest growing religion. You see. It's the proof.
Yeah. Anyway, this is ridiculous stuff. Ridiculous stuff. Now there is one interesting video of Destiny reacting to SNEAKO, getting angry at his audience on Islam. This is actually, I think, the highlight. The thing is, I really want to watch the actual clip instead of just watching Destiny react to it, because I think we can have those reactions as well. So if you want to add a few things, David, go ahead. I'll quickly see if there's an alternative to this.
Nothing to add. This is awesome, man. This is I've said it before. It reminds me of people who are like lost at sea and have no water, and they start drinking seawater, and which just makes them thirsty and makes them dehydrate even more. But you got the Dawa guys. They're all panicking over the avalanche of apostasy. So they're like, they want to cling to something, and the things they're clinging to are only going to make things worse for them. But it's like, take a sip of that good ocean water. It'll quench your thirst for a couple minutes.
Alhamdulillah.
And then make it worse.
So I think this is it. Let me see.
And let's be honest, the red pill is dying. It's over. It's over because there was a lot of hype around this, oh, the Matrix, bro, how do we make it out? And then there's this excitement, there's hype around it. And I got in at the right time, hit the wave at the right time. I was I was red pill raging when the red pill was blowing up, so it was perfect. You know, screaming at a camera, "Wake up! Wake up!" And then now, like, okay, you know, live life now. Can't be screaming at a camera about Satan every single day. We are going to talk about the transgender because the Streamy Awards was yesterday. I was watching that. I was tired, so I didn't stream. I should have been streaming that live. I want to react to that. They did diss me, and there was you see who won Breakout Creator of the Year. So there are bits and pieces to talk about, but it's like there's only so much you can say about the red pill, right? Get a girl with a low body count, don't watch porn, go to the gym. Boom, done. It's like you sum up most of, like, instead of repeating it. And that's when you guys kind of get off on just seeing people like owning. It's like when you're 14 and you watch Ben Shapiro owns libs. Oh, yeah. Fuck that college girl. Stupid bitch. Yeah. Yeah. It's like not even anything improving about it. It's just WWE for fucking American cells.
I can't believe he's saying this. This is
pretty funny.
This is weird because he was enjoying that kind of stuff too, and he was doing that too. He was getting called incel and complaining about that. Now he is calling that stuff incel. It's weird how he just goes with the trend, I guess.
Again, it's so repetitive, bro. Red pill will never die. No, of course it will never die, dummy. But it's just the red pill is just the truth, you know. And it's just, you know, what's really not red pilled? Talking about the red pill all day long, nonstop. Actually, being red pill, if you talk about truth, is going and enjoying life, becoming better every single day, being around good people, having a good circle, enjoying the world. Like that's the best thing you could do.
He's making a similar point to what I've thought repeatedly, but I think of it like the Andrew Tate. I think it's called manosphere or something like that. But with these guys who are like, "Oh, I'm the strong one. I'm so strong. Look how strong I am. I'm a man. I'm a man. You're not a man. You're weak. I'm a man." And it's like, is being a man sitting there thumping your chest about being a man all day? It's like what he was similar to what he was just saying, you know, is being red pill sitting around talking about being red pilled all day. And it's like, is being manly. What does it mean to be manly? Apparently, based on the internet, it means you run your mouth about how manly you are all day. And that's what manly is. It just means you just say it over and over. I'm so manly. I'm so strong, blah, blah, blah. Look at all the cars. Look at all the women. Look how manly I am. And anyway,
if you don't tell people repeatedly that you are a man,
you have to remind them. They might have forgot from 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, then it means you are not manly enough. You always have to constantly remind people that you are a strong man because they have to remember. And most importantly, it's actually not about them; it's about yourself. You have to tell yourself all the time that you are a real man because it feels very insecure to imagine that you are not living up to that stupid dream that you have.
What's weird is like. Anyone who's been, I mean, I assume it's anyone who's been to prison, but you get programmed with the reverse. It's the guys who come in running their mouths about something. Those are the guys who get checked pretty quick. And it's the guys who run it, who come in there and aren't running their mouths, who are quiet. You find out those are the guys you don't mess with, because it's like, the guys who are actually confident don't have to run around thumping their chests. Yeah. But eventually, I mean, my goodness, this was in the jail, but there was like a dorm section and there was a hallway that had rooms section. And there was one guy never just came in, was quiet, big dude, real stock. He was short, but he was really stocky. He had dreads and so on. Never came in and said one mean word to anyone, just mind his own business. He was there about a week. All of a sudden we hear thumping and stuff like that. And that meant someone was fighting. I remember we walked around the corner to the hallway part, and there was just a trail of dudes on the floor with blood coming out of their holes in their heads. It was like 6 or 7 people all knocked out. And he's standing at the end of the hall going, I didn't mess with anybody. I didn't come in here messing with anybody. You guys started it. But I mean, he flipped out and went down the hall, just knocking out every person he saw. Because someone really finally ticked him off. But it's like, that's what you get. It's these quiet dudes minding their own business who are like the most legitimately dangerous guys around. Anyway, long story short, when I hear all these guys talking about how awesome and great they are, it's like, if you were really an actually self-confident person, you wouldn't have to constantly run your mouth to all your fans and try to get their approval on how manly you are.
Plus, I still maintain that if you're constantly obsessing over living up to what other people think a man should be like, and you're constantly trying to impress other men, basically, and using women in order to impress other men, then that's not really a signal of, not really a sign of strength to me, but rather of being submissive to standards that others have set. Does that really make you strong? And if you're doing it for other guys, does that really, what does that say about you? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. We'll never know.
Do with your life. You know what's really fucking blue pilled and gay is just being a nerd who talks about red pill shit all day long. It's funny how
there's a blue pill. Oh, because they're taking all that stuff from the Matrix movie, so there's a blue pill. Okay,
of course.
I'm not familiar with the language. I never pay attention to it.
I thought blue pill could be something different too. Let's see.
Is bad. The gayest thing you could do with the internet, because there's so many possibilities, is argue with other nerds online about religion constantly. That's gayer than being at a gay pride parade. Well, this book, this Trinity, this Crusades. Okay.
He's actually funny, man.
That means you're gay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Video title for someone who wants to make it: SNEAKO calls Sheikh Uthman gay.
Seriously though, I cannot get.
I'm sorry. If you are spending more time because they're like, yeah, gay people are going to go to hell. Well, you're going to go to hell because all you're doing is arguing for 4 hours straight with some nerds on Discord. You don't even know who that is. Some other dude.
He's actually funny, man.
Because you're arguing with some other dude and falling asleep. You're gay.
Debating the same talking points all day long, and you're still poor, and you still get no bitches, and you still think you're waiting for marriage. You still got nothing going on with your life. So what are you doing? That's the most blue pill shit, is just always talking about the same fucking things. You get it. Porn is bad. Haram! Don't do that. It's a sin. That's trannies. Like, oh my God, we get it. You gotta go outside now.
He's basically yelling at his own fan base.
Haram, yeah, all the guys who say everything he does is haram.
Yeah, they keep saying haram, don't do this, and yeah.
Look at that. That's the grin he always has on his face whenever he's slightly amused by something.
You dissing the thing that made you famous? Nigga, I've been famous. I've been doing this for 10 years.
Been doing it for years.
I've been doing this for 10 years.
Okay, hold on. This is kind of, I don't know if it's quiet to everyone else, but it's kind of quiet to me.
It is too quiet. Been in the game for 10 years making rap tunes.
And I think one of the new criticisms that I'm getting is like, SNEAKO is always like changing. What, I'm always trying to make different types of content. What you put on the internet, especially you've been doing it for as long as I have, what you put out on the internet is not the definition of who you are. Some things are fun to do. I like doing different types of stuff. I like talking to different people. There's the Rumble audience, you guys, the Rumble audience wants me to be like this. Bro, I was at the mall talking about moving into a content creator house with some of my friends, and then people are messaging me like,
oh, I saw this.
You go, move into an Islamic learning house. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Bro. Like, I'll go pray Jummah, I'll read my Quran, I'll talk to scholars. Nigga, I am not moving into an Islamic. You people want me to move into a mosque. You want me to sleep in the mosque now. And it's like, he's grifting. I'm not grifting. I just want to have a fucking home. I don't want to live in a
and he can't even buy one because of the interest.
This is the reaction.
Mosque. Get off of my dick.
Dude, how are you not making a video? SNEAKO flips out after learning about Islam. It's totally fun because you could have predicted all of this, right? Like, this is a guy who obviously is not going to want to live according to all the rules of Islam. So he's going to keep doing stuff, but he's going to get this audience that is constantly pestering him. You're going to get the haram police following him around. And this is a guy who's going to flip out over being constantly told what to do. It's all like, I mean, basic cause and effect. And here we have it breaking down. And the guys are going to keep calling him out until SNEAKO, I mean, what's he going to do? He's either going to have to leave Islam at some point and just say, mind your business, I'm not a Muslim anymore. Or he's going to have to keep living this double life where they're constantly going to be calling him out for all the girls he has in his videos and stuff like that. No-win situation. And the takeaway is better not to go down this road.
I'm pretty sure you and I both predicted several months ago when the whole when this guy initially converted, that this is just a phase, and that he will eventually just drop it and move on, and that the whole Islam thing will be left behind. He will have nothing to do with it anymore. I think we said this was something similar about Andrew Tate, but I mean, I am pretty sure that SNEAKO is one of those people who you can't subdue someone like this with Islam. He has an amount of being subservient, of obeying some of the stuff, of going with what some bigger guy goes with, of following in the footsteps of somebody like Andrew Tate because he looks up to him. But the thing is, he's also very, very much in love with his own desires and with whatever he wants to do. You can't make this guy give up on everything, give up on his entire life and practice Islam only, become a perfect Muslim and live like that and be happy. This guy is going to go with you until a certain point, and when he can't take it anymore, he'll be like, okay, you know what, leave me alone, I'm done with this. And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it. I mean, he's a young guy. He's a young guy. He's popular. What's for these guys, for the SNEAKO types? What's the point in getting famous? The point in getting famous is not because you have some message that you want to share with the world. Some people, take that route. The point is, okay, if I get famous, then I can be banging models and drinking all the time, and I can have a complete party lifestyle, and have all the funding I need to do that. And it's like, okay. Now I understand you, but now what are you doing? Oh, I'm putting Islam into the mix because there's a little wave because of Andrew Tate of popularity. It's like, okay, that doesn't go well with everything else you say you want. I mean, it can to an extent because you see a lot of people are willing to just let anything slide as long as you're taking your picture at the mosque. But you do end up with this group that constantly follows you around online, going, "Don't do that, don't 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 do that." And that's going to get annoying for him real quick. And you can see he's already starting to break down over this stuff.
Yes. Quickly, Leah said the title was misleading. Leah, the stream was initially meant to be about something different, this live stream here. And I wasn't really in a very good mood today, and I wanted to lash out a little bit. But then I decided to just get back to talking about SNEAKO and what he has been doing, because I think this is a very, very, very interesting development, which is both entertaining and quite telling. So,
hey, Black Angel also has a good little video idea. She said, call it SNEAKO tells Muslims to get off his, and the little banana emoji, because he just said it. Get off my.
I like seeing people like rage and get angry and yell and stuff in this way.
There you go. SNEAKO rage quits Islam.
But this is kind of this is a good representation of what happens when you keep doing that Muslim pushing to somebody who converted to Islam and who is not very much the ideal Muslim that you have in your head, who just doesn't want to get let go of his wishes and the stuff that he enjoys. But here,
I'm moving into a content creator house with some of my friends, and then people are messaging me like, SNEAKO, move into an Islamic learning house. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? No, bro. Like, I'll go pray Jamal, I'll read my Quran, I'll talk to scholars. Nigga, I am not moving into an Islamic. You people want me to move into a mosque. You want me to sleep in the mosque now. And it's like, he's grifting. I'm not grifting. I just want to have a fucking home. I don't want to live in a mosque. Get off of my dick. Holy fuck. I'm gonna react to the news. You betrayed us. Get a life, bro. Get a life. I'm done. I don't want to be in this. I thought we were on the same page. And that's what I realized on my core audience, like the people that come in here all the time.
Wait. Okay, what he just said, I didn't get that the first time because I was just going through it. But what he just said, I'm done.
I thought we were on the same page.
Like,
and that's what. No, I'm gonna react to the news. You betrayed us. Get a life, bro. Get a life. I'm done. I don't want to be in this. I thought we were on the same page. And that's what I realized on my core audience, like the people that come in here all the time. If you look at the comments with the video, I did a video with Neon and Jason Love, right? We just got dinner, making jokes, stuff like that.
Okay, now I get it. I saw several people react to this. Somebody saying, SNEAKO finally turns his back on Islam. Is SNEAKO leaving Islam? SNEAKO.
So they're getting that from him saying, "I'm done."
Yeah, from him ranting about this whole stuff, like leave me alone with all the haram and all the you have to do this and you have to do that and become Islamic and this and that. And he says, "I'm done. I'm out of this." I mean, I wouldn't go that far, and I don't take that as a confirmation that he's leaving Islam or anything. This is just him slowly getting really fed up with the Islamic policing, the haram police, and a clear sign that he's obviously not going to run with that, with strictly following Islam. But I don't think this is necessarily a confirmation of him actually quitting Islam or anything.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
he's not. He hasn't used it sufficiently yet.
That's true. There's still a lot of money to be made from that. Yeah.
I was asking if he repents. I was asking about if he thinks porn is bad for society. I'm talking about, his religion, stuff like that. I'm talking about everything that you guys always obsess over about to just, make my community happy, right? The comments on Neon's VOD on his YouTube channel compared to my comments on my Rumble channel, the difference is just insane. My Rumble comments, all that's like, SNEAKO's hanging out with these SNEAKO betrayed us. Why is he eating dinner with these people? He should be yelling at whores with Myron right now. And then Neon.
Look at his face.
He should be yelling at whores with Myron right now.
It's funny because who's he imitating? That's his imitation of his Muslim fans.
But here's the thing. Who is he blaming? I mean, he's blaming these people for this stuff, for saying these things, but it is SNEAKO himself who built up that expectation the entire time and who built up these standards the entire time. He is the one who was on the forefront of shaming women, of doing this whole red pill nonsense, of being completely judgmental. And he has been on the forefront of all of everything that he's just complaining about right now. So it's very dumb of him to complain about this. Maybe reflect, maybe look in the mirror and think, oh, okay, I did this, I built this, and I shouldn't have done this because I obviously don't like it. Man.
Neon's comments. We love you so much, Neon. Keep going. Yeah, this was so funny. Great video. You're evolving every day. If I just let like the Rumble audience, you people dictate everything that I do, it would just, bro, I would go insane. All NPCs on kick. Bro, like, I understand that you might know the truth Rumble people, you might know the truth about the world.
This is the part that I got, and this was kind of. I feel like this was the first reasonable thing that I've heard SNEAKO say ever.
Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't mean you're better than other people because you believe in God and you think that OnlyFans girls are demons, right? That doesn't make you better than other people who are enjoying life.
What are you talking about? According to Islam, it does.
Are we lagging over? React to the memes? Yeah, I'm going to react to the memes.
Yeah, so that is the first thing that he said that I thought, oh, wow, that was actually quite reasonable. Yes. That whole attitude that you guys have the whole time, we are men and we are this and we are that, and all of these people who are doing all of these things, they are losers, they are whores, and they are this and they are that, and being that judgmental. It's just wrong. You are not better just because you don't do those things than people who enjoy their lives. That's interesting. But the problem is, SNEAKO, you were like that the entire time. You sat down with people and shamed others the entire time. You called people whores the entire time. You called people devils the entire time. You judged other people the entire time. So why is he now turning around and making it look like he has the authority or the insight to correct this wrong mentality, this bad behavior that is coming from his audience, and he's just noticing this? He was doing that the whole time. This was his attitude as well. He was on the front of this. He fed this whole narrative. He fed this mentality. He applauded other people for shaming others. He had this self-righteous, chauvinistic almost attitude, which he also combined with Islam because that's perfect. And now he's acting like, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do what I have been doing this entire time. Don't do what I did for half a year. Don't think that you are right and everybody else is wrong. Although I did that for a very, very long time. What do you say, David?
Nothing. It's just you're watching the inevitable breakdown of everyone who converts to Islam because it's a fad. It's a live stream fad or a Tate fad. I mean, this is eventually going to be Tate before or after conviction or something like that. But anyone who's converting, not because they think it's the true, or not because they think it's true, or not because they believe they have some reasons for converting, just the people who jump on a bandwagon because, oh, Andrew Tate. Okay, these are not people who are out to sincerely follow Allah because they believe that he's the truth. It's people who are following a fad, and guess what? Fads change pretty quick.
Yeah. See how many Muslims will start calling SNEAKO out and saying he turned soft, or he betrayed Islam, or he went whatever, because he's no longer judging other people for their lifestyles. He's no longer saying we are good, you are all whores, and you are all I don't know, demons.
Red Eyes says, true, sneaky, not built for Islam. He's sneaky, not built for Islam.
Yeah. Wait a minute, let me open this up here, and you will see his new trend. Oh, okay. Here he was giving a little explanation. Actually, I don't think that's necessary. But so what SNEAKO does nowadays, after getting off of the Islam train, is a very interesting one. And I'm sorry for the sexual content here, but
pervert. Come on to some atheist pervert live stream, and this is what I get stuck with.
But this is what Muslims have been pushing, and this is what we have to deal with now. Dear Muslims, here is your guys who find Islam and who spread all the beauty and the anti-corruption and all the values in the world. Here it is.
Hey, Emily, how
Wait,
you doing?
Turn the face cam on.
Shit. Hello? Hi.
Hi, Emily. It's nice to meet you. Hey, where are you
Nice
from?
to meet you. I'm from Vancouver, Canada.
Canada, all the way. Do you like it over there?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Where are you from?
I'm from New York personally, but I live in the best place, Miami. You should come out.
I'm reading the comments here, and someone said, "We love haram." We love
Vancouver,
haram.
I mean, isn't it all a bunch of tourists and stuff, and the rent on that?
I believe in.
Something about yourself, like, what do you believe in?
What do I believe in?
Yeah.
I believe in. What do you believe in? You tell me first.
What do I believe in? Well,
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh, that's
in
like the dream
love.
girl. That's like the dream girl for one of these guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you believe in.
Whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
And we will see what he believes in a moment.
And I'm looking for the right woman. I think that we're supposed to be as happy as we can be because life is difficult. So I think I believe in finding the right person that's a good balance to myself.
That's what I believe in.
Oh, that would be me. And my bosoms will help balance you.
Oh, wait, you got to hear this. Wait.
Because life is difficult.
Her
So
response.
I think I believe in finding the right person that's a good balance to myself.
Do porn stars count?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Oh boy.
Bomboka. So what do you do for a living?
Oh, there was that moment of realizing what's going on. It's precious.
Porn?
Oh, okay, great. Like what type?
OnlyFans?
Okay, with by yourself?
With dudes. You could be one of them.
I could. Well, I personally don't do that. I mean, I don't judge. I think everybody can do how. Maybe we could do.
Ooh, wait a minute. He doesn't judge. Everybody can. Ooh,
He doesn't judge.
That's not very Muslim.
He's talking
That's
to
not very Muslim.
he's talking to a girl who is inviting him to do porn with her.
And here you will have his response now. Look,
We
doesn't
can make
judge,
our own
though.
porn private.
look at this.
I could. Well, I personally don't do that. I mean, I don't judge. I think everybody can do how. Maybe we could do. We can make our own porn privately. You know.
That's
You
even
hear
better.
that?
Keep it just.
You hear that?
You hear that? Hey, he wants to. Hey, why don't we make our own porn privately? So he wants to record. Wants this girl to come over, and they'll do some recording privately, but not in public. Because keep in mind, in public, all you post are, videos of you going to the mosque and stuff like that, and videos of you praying. But you got to keep your porn recordings. Those are private.
For us.
Just for us, and then we could play it on the TV in the house, and we'll pull down the
Watch
windows.
the
Nobody
porn.
will see it. Just be me and you. You think we could do that, Emily?
Absolutely. That'd be special. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So what got you into porn?
So yeah, they're talking a little bit further. At one point, he asks her to get up and to also stretch her
But
body.
maybe if we get
Yeah, let's do it.
He legitimately invites her over so they can have sex together. And
Matthew F says he'll just marry her before and then divorce her, as per the prophet's wisdom. So yeah, he can just marry her right before the porn and then divorce her right afterwards.
I'm not going to. Me personally, hold on.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What?
Let me see.
In the morning when you
Yeah.
wake up.
How could you not watch it? Yeah, every day, man. Yeah.
Anyway, he asked her at some point to also stretch her arms, but yeah, I've had enough of this. So, what's there to say? the guy who converted to Islam and who is being put in our faces all the time. Like, look, people are converting to Islam. People are finally seeing the value of Islam and how it restores family values and counters all the corruption that is currently plaguing the West. And here, this guy is sitting here and on live stream inviting a porn actress over to record their own private porn in their home. And also say, I don't judge. Everybody can do whatever they want, and if you do porn, that's nice and stuff.
Yeah, you can imagine the phone call right afterwards. Hey, Sheikh Uthman, am I allowed to record a bunch of porn with some porn star? Am I allowed to do this? Sure, man. It's fine as long as you marry her for the hour you're recording the porn. Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I can show you the hadiths to back that up. And later on, if you change your mind and decide that's evil, I can show you hadiths that will back up that. Anything you want to do, man. I could pull out a hadith to justify it. That's how it works in Islam.
Yeah. And later on, he meets this other girl, and with her,
isn't that his girlfriend now?
Yes. Just after, like, the same stream where he says, "Let's."
The same stream where he's telling this girl that he wants to record private porn with her, and he's going to get her info and stuff.
Yeah.
Then in the same stream, he meets his girlfriend.
Only let's say 48. Only less than 10 minutes after that, he meets his new girlfriend, and he likes her, and he starts looking at her Instagram and thinking, "Wow, she's beautiful," and he invites her over. Look, this is the new Muslim life.
Could text my address. Maybe actually we could order food and do a mukbang here.
I'm down.
Okay.
Just let me know. I'll text you.
All right, text me.
Here, they just met, and he is inviting her over, and guess what happens? After a while, she's there with him and is spending time with him. Doesn't look very modest. Then later, the next day, he publishes a video or a stream where they together cook and basically start hanging out together and being boyfriend girlfriend at home. And stupid idiots, dumb Islamists are still in the comment section saying, "Oh, but this is not halal. This is haram. This is haram. SNEAKO, I don't think she's the right one. Make sure you marry first before you do anything." Are you people stupid? Are you people completely mentally... I don't even know I don't know how to put this in words. Are you people dumb? Are you people so stupid?
I'm just going to say it. Yes, I think if you're one of SNEAKO's fans who spends all your time whining in the chat, you're stupid. You're dumb. If you think he's taking all of this seriously, and that he's on his path to greater iman and so on, I think you're just dumb. You're living a fantasy world.
SNEAKO is living his life. SNEAKO is living his life and enjoying his life, as it seems. And he also, as you have just heard, wants you to get off his genitals. He doesn't want you to tell him haram, haram, haram. He wants to live his life. He wants to enjoy his life. And you dumb idiots, you morons, are there in the comment section thinking, Brother SNEAKO, please look into this again. This is not halal. Brother SNEAKO, this is haram. While you are there watching him sit there with girls with big boobs and with porn acts and all of that stuff, you sit there and think, because you were led to SNEAKO by your online Muslim influencers who said, this guy converted to Islam, mashallah, alhamdulillah, this guy converted to Islam and he will turn more people into Muslims. So those Muslim influencers led other Muslims to SNEAKO. They became interested in SNEAKO. They began watching SNEAKO. They began watching SNEAKO streams. And on these SNEAKO streams, SNEAKO has a a porn actress that he says, you should come over. We should make our own private porn. There he has a new girlfriend who sits here with him, of whose social media profile he, by the way, shares with the public, where she is in her bikinis and dances and stuff like that. And people are like, no, haram, haram. This is very haram. Please, SNEAKO, no. And he's like, yeah, no. She's beautiful. She's hot. I like it. And now they're boyfriend, girlfriend. And these idiots think people are converting to Islam and loving it. People are not converting to Islam and loving it. People are making use of Islam because it is a trend. People are using you guys who think that people are converting to Islam in order to ride a wave of fame, of attention, of money grabbing, of whatever it is. And then in our comment sections, in our messages, people say stuff like, oh, look, does it hurt you that SNEAKO is converting to Islam? No, it doesn't hurt me at all. I love it. I love the fact that SNEAKO converted to Islam. I absolutely love it. I said it the entire time. You can go back. I said months ago that I'm happy. I was happy. I was amused when I heard that SNEAKO converted to Islam. You know why? Because I know very well that SNEAKO is a corrupter of Islam. I know that SNEAKO will corrupt Islam. I know that SNEAKO will misrepresent Islam. SNEAKO is somebody who is not very much liked by a lot of people for the intellectual value, for the greatness that he adds. He is somebody who is very degenerate by your standards, and he is here to corrupt Islam. The more he speaks about Islam, the more he contributes to corrupting Islam and introducing Muslims to things that Muslims are not supposed to engage in introducing them to all of those things that they always complain about, to those degeneracies in the West and all of that. SNEAKO is corrupting Islam, and you know what? I love every second of it. Thank you, SNEAKO.
And you could see the trend, right? Like, if you go way back in the day, it's Islamic scholars speak for Islam. Islamic scholars speak for Islam. And then you get to the time of Ahmed Deedat and Zakir Naik, and then it became these, champions of Dawah. They are our spokesmen and so on. Then you get to the age of the internet, and you didn't have to be sort of selected for your ability to do Dawah and so on stage. You could become popular on the internet. You don't have to be put forward by a Muslim organization, the Islamic Propagation Center of such and such. You didn't have to be put forward by an organization anymore. You could just become popular online for owning the kuffar, and then you get popular. But notice, once you start going down that road, then it's whoever is best at getting attention online, that's going to become our new hero. Well, guess what? Then you get people like Andrew Tate and SNEAKO who are already popular, and they convert, and then you're going to rally around them. And notice you're getting further and further and further away from actual Islamic scholars. And now you're to the point where any random degenerate can say, I'm a Muslim now. And Muslims will rally around him and say, you see our new hero. This is the proof. And it's like, where do you go? Where do you go from here? It looks like you're at the bottom of the barrel with your converts now. It's like, how can this get any worse for Islam?
It cannot. It cannot. SNEAKO, enjoy your life.
Yeah, don't let them tell you what to do, SNEAKO. You do you, man. You do you. Don't let the haram police tell you what to do, man. They don't control you. You're too big. You're bigger than them. You're more famous, dude. You're more famous.
SNEAKO, I'm really happy to see that you're enjoying your life. It makes me very happy.
He's enjoying his life. He's enjoying his life like she's enjoying that Sprite.
And meanwhile, Muslim losers in the comment section are like, brother, no, brother, I know you are a serious Muslim, and I know you are taking this very seriously, and I know you want to learn.
And I know it because you posted a selfie from the mosque, so I know you're sincere.
I know. I saw that one selfie that you posted. I saw that photo where you posted people's butts in the mosque when they were praying, and I loved it because I see that you are now among Muslims. You are just like us. What you are doing right now is haram.
Say wallahi. That's the proof. I know you're sincere.
SNEAKO, you said wallahi. You said wallahi. I know. Just because of this, I know that you are sincere. You do not want to do these things. You just have to learn that this is haram. This is not the way. This is not halal. Maybe ask Sheikh Uthman. He will obviously fix you and set you straight so that you can be a good influence instead of showing all of us poor Muslims these boobs of these girls on here. Why do you have to do this to us? This is not halal, SNEAKO, brother SNEAKO, please. Oh boy. Oh, absolute idiots. Anyway.
Pretty dumb. But I am loving the meltdown as it's unfolding.
Oh boy.
Because guess what, guys? Your super popular converts will eventually become your super popular apostates. What do you do there?
Yes.
In other words, you go, look, he's super famous. He's our most famous convert. What do you do when they leave Islam? Now you have your most famous apostate.
Yeah. Black Angel said, can't believe that you just drank that Apostate Prophet SMH. You have something against me drinking Coke here? This is my message to you, Black Angel.
Go move into an Islamic learning house. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is my message to you.
No, deadass, bro. Like, I'll go pray Jummah. I'll read my Quran. I'll talk to scholars. Nigga, I am not moving into an Islamic. You people want me to move into a mosque. You want me to sleep in the mosque now. And it's like, he's grifting. I'm not grifting. I just want to have a fucking home. I don't want to live in a mosque. Get off of my dick. Holy fuck. I'm gonna react to the music. You betrayed us. Get a life, bro. Get a life. I don't want to be in this. I thought we were on the same page.
I love the I just want to have a home.
Yeah. What's hilarious here is, I mean, he's making a point that is more important than he realizes. Islam is just obsessed.
Yeah.
Absolutely obsessed with controlling people and making them behave in certain ways. And Islam is especially messed up because it's obsessed with controlling everyone, right? It has to control what everyone in every land does at all time. And so when someone like SNEAKO converts to Islam, it's actually like a power trip for people. Like, oh, now we get to harass him and make him do what we want and bring him in line with everything. And he's like catching on to that. He's going, no. I signed on for Islam. I did not sign on for you guys telling me what to do 24 hours a day. And he's catching on to what he just signed on for.
There's another video in which he explains that he is changing his content from the whole manosphere red pill stuff to dating and women and things like that.
I'm sure that's going to go well for the haram police.
Yeah. So
I'm going to have porn actresses on with me every day.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're going to keep our actual porn recordings private for just us.
And don't worry, I'm going to tell them that I personally do not like porn, but guys, let them just do it. Let them do it. It's okay. It's all right. Don't say haram.
Trading part. Why I'm all this right now. You spend all your time online arguing about religion, Alex Jones, who JQ'd, stupid shit, when you could be using it to make money. And I understand that a lot of you do want to spread truth and a lot of you care about this stuff because it's real. They are trying to keep us inside again. They are trying to keep you vaccinated. They don't want you to have kids. They are putting stuff that makes you trans in the tap water, and they're encouraging.
I'm not going to say anything.
They're putting commercial on TV saying, drink the New York City's tap water, drink the tap water. They are trying to make you gay. They are trying to get rid of masculinity. They do want to make everybody this genderless blob of Adam's apple titties and pink hair. They do. They want all of that to happen. But nobody... He's
talking about the intergalactic lizard people when he says they
will listen to you and nobody will care and nothing will change if you're broke and saying it. You are not fighting the system if you're poor. You have no impact if you are an insignificant loser sitting on your comment section.
Yes.
That's the truth. So think a little bit.
Think a little bit.
Why?
Yeah, think.
Get rich. Get rich.
NoFap is a circle jerk for people who think it's bad to jerk off. Look how much I didn't jerk off. Look how much I don't watch porn. Look how much I hate OnlyFans girls. Look how many girls I called a whore. And then what? And then what?
It's actually
Look how many times I thought about going to the gym. You're out of the gym.
Oh, boy.
He's actually good at making fun of losers.
The funny thing is that is what I thought the entire time when I thought about communities like that. It's just... yeah, it's basically yes, what he just said. It's funny that he says all of this now suddenly, and of course it's funny the way he puts it. But this is hilarious.
How many times do I need to say the same thing? Stop watching porn, work out, get a good woman, and they're trying to make you a genderless blob. They're pushing a woke agenda, not because they care about wokeness and liberalism. It's to keep you controlled. Everything about the woke agenda is to make you depressed and sad, to sell you pills and make you fat. Done. We know that. We know that. And I'll continue saying
this is very... The red pill community and the Nazis and the Muslims are very disappointed with SNEAKO after these recent developments. He has to be one of those who continuously point out how wrong these things are, and he has to be fighting them instead of just saying it is wrong and then moving on. This is not how it's supposed to go. This is not why we supported you so far, SNEAKO. We, Muslims, Nazis, red pillars, and all others, we are very disappointed, and we ask you to rethink your recent steps. The Nazis, Muslims, and red pillars should come together and write a letter to SNEAKO and sign it. All their leading figures, the Nazis, Muslims, and red pillars, should put their signatures on it and invite him to reconsider his steps and get back on the path. Yeah. Yes. RP and M+. That's red pill Nazi Muslim plus community. Okay. Oh boy.
Saying these things, I don't need to yell at
okay, anyway, David, so what do you think about all of this stuff?
Oh, I don't know, man. I still feel I feel like exactly like the way I felt when they started going in the direction of like YouTubers and so on as their champions. Like, so once they started going like Ali Dawa and Muhammad Hijab and Hakikachu and Sheikh Uthman, sitting there watching, going, do you guys do you not realize how you've already like destroyed yourself just by heading down that road? It doesn't end once you cling to the oh, this guy's becoming really popular, so we're going to cling to popular narcissists because they're good at getting attention for themselves. It's like once you start going down that road, you're just going to cling to more and more popular influencers, and you see it with Tate and SNEAKO, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like we're completely irrelevant now because we focus on exposing Islam quite a bit and so on, and it's like we don't need to do anything. We can just sit back and watch this implode, but of course we won't. We are going to keep doing our part to speed up the process, but yeah, this is going to be fun to watch, man. Fun to watch.
Yeah, Paul said, Apostate Prophet, Nick Fuentes actually responded to your live. He thought Ridwan is a Christian. I think what you're referring to is he posted on Telegram at first when we were going live, then while we were live, then afterwards, and he just started crying and ranting about they are acting like I'm crazy. They are gaslighting me. I'm just saying normal things like Jews shouldn't control us.
No, he's specific. He's specific. He's like, we're gonna kill them before they kill us and stuff like that. And
I can't take that guy seriously anymore.
He should have kept his mouth shut, because then when I didn't watch it. I just heard people talk about him whining and stuff like that. And was like, dude, like three random dudes respond to some of the dumb stuff you said because your dumb fans are coming over and saying, oh, why don't you respond to the Talmud? Why don't you respond to the Jews? Look at Nick Fuentes. And so we actually say, okay, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of what he said? And like you start crying like you're the victim now because of this. It's like, oh, dude, you just like I didn't know anything about him, but now I think of him as like a total joke.
Yeah, what an idiot! What an
loser.
idiot! What a way to decrease your.
Gonna get the Jews. There's 500 of us gripers out here. That's all we need. We'll take over the world.
But I thought I was saying completely normal stuff that everybody thinks. I don't know why you make me look like I'm crazy. Why are you doing this to me? You bad, random Christian apologist guys on YouTube. I'm really upset about this. I'm going to rant about this now and post photos of you. I just can't take Nick Fuentes seriously. I didn't take him seriously before. I kind of thought he was an idiot, and especially after that response. I mean, he sent his groiper idiots over, and basically tells us to let him speak, to let him on. I knew very well that he was going to do that. I said I will be happy to host him if he wants to come and discuss. He, of course, never actually engaged in that and started crying instead on his Telegram. From there, you can see that when his lies are exposed, he just doesn't want to further engage because he's not interested in anything. He's a dumb, stupid Nazi piece of shit, and I will just leave it at that. Yeah. With that said, I welcome super chats. Make super chats. I provide the content. You are supposed to support the stream here. You are supposed to make lots of super chats here so that I can provide content. That's how it works. That's how it's going. That's how it's going to go from now on. Tochukwu Nyuku said, hi, AP and David. Did you guys see the documentary Jeremy and Pictures about Muslim clerics who are pimping young girls? Nope. Never heard of it. What is that? David has seen it.
I remember a documentary. Oh, yeah. I remember a documentary from a few years ago. But yeah, this is different. Looks like it was posted 8 days ago. Uncovering Iraq's religious front for child prostitution. Ooh. I did see there was a documentary a couple of years ago about that. That was about Muta, and it was about how it's the clerics actually run the business. Oh, you want to set up you're coming to town and you're going to want a young girl to sleep with for 3 days while you're here. No problem. We'll set up your little marriage. Set up your little sham 3-day marriage, and you're going to pay the girl. So it's exactly like prostitution and 100% halal certified.
Alhamdulillah. Beautifully said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't looked into that. I need to go in and check that out. Addison Weir said, say something that will trigger the Dawa guys. I'm pretty sure I already said plenty of things at the beginning of the stream.
I love these guys, man. I could not have dreamt of picking more perfect people for all of this.
Yeah, same. You have a pimp, and you have this streamer who nowadays makes streams on dating girls, including porn actresses. It's just beautiful. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's new Islam. I like new Islam. I like new Islam 2023 is. I like it, to be honest. Yeah. Good afternoon, brother David at AP says demo. Thank you. Demo. Thank you so much. Christina said, "Hey, AP and David, at least Muslims believe in the Quran. I was raised in a religion with nothing written down. I now think that was absurd. Thanks, Christ." Which religion are you talking about? Are you talking about the religion of logic and reason? Because we have our prophet as well. We have the Holy Prophet, Carl Sagan, and the other prophets, Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, and the infallible, honorable Christopher Hitchens, who all delivered their perfect message of logic and reason. What is it, David? Do you want to say something?
No, I'm just letting you do to atheism what they did to Islam. I'm gonna profit up on all these morons.
Saint Shabel, miracle worker, said, "What's the deal with the argument that if you can't speak, understand ancient Arabic, you don't understand the Quran? Wouldn't that discount 90% of Muslims?" It would. It would indeed discount 90% of Muslims. Yeah, go ahead, David.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna point out one. It really only comes into play when you're criticizing Islam. Then suddenly, you can only understand this if you're a master of classical Arabic and so on. And you can actually point that out as a problem. You say, okay, well, if your religion is just for people who understand this particular language and so on, then it's useless to the vast majority of the human population. And so, why would God give as his final message something that is useless to the vast majority of the world's population? You can, by the way, you can get much deeper with that argument, because according to the Quran, the purpose of Allah sending Muhammad and the Quran was for the Arabs. It was the Arabs didn't have a revelation in their own language, therefore Allah sent Muhammad with the Quran for people who spoke Arabic. And it actually brings it up that if they did not have a revelation in their own language, then they would have an excuse on Judgment Day. They'd be able to say, oh, if we only had a revelation in our own language, then we would have really served Allah really well, but we didn't. And so notice the reasoning there. It's that people need a revelation in a language that they understand. That's the takeaway. That's the takeaway. Because according to Islam, everyone else already had their revelation in their language. Prophets had gone out to everyone else. The Arabs were just last on the list, and that's why Muhammad is the seal of the prophets. So the actual position of the Quran is that now everyone has their revelation in their own language. And then Muslims somehow read that and go, oh, the takeaway is that Allah wants everyone to speak this one language, and it's the only language that has a trustworthy revelation. It's like the exact opposite of what the Quran actually says.
That is true. Allah was like everybody else and their mama. They had their own books, but the Arabs, they ain't got no prophet, so we got to send them a prophet. Got to send them a book so they can be like everybody else. And then he sent him a prophet and a book. But then the prophet took himself a little bit too seriously, and he was like, you know what? This is not only for us Arabs now. This is for the whole world, and everybody will bow down before us and obey us. And the Christians and the Jews are supposed to convert to Islam, or otherwise we will kill them. And then Islam. This is what happened. Basically, this is the history of Islam in the most professional and succinct form that you can ever hear. You're welcome. Megan said, "Is heroin haram?" Yeah. So the Quran doesn't say heroin is haram, but so the way Muslim scholars would interpret it is that everything that harms the human and gives them the rush would be haram. And heroin. Why are you asking this question? This is very interesting. Thank you. You should probably send this question to some Muslim scholars just to troll them. Paul Sinney said, "I'm done. I don't want to be in this." I know that's what he said, but
yeah, we need to some clarification on exactly what he meant, because that could be saying like, I'm done with this nonsense of you guys harassing me right now.
Yeah, I need some clarification, young lad. Yeah. I wouldn't say he's doing right now. Saint Sharble Miracle Worker said, your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile. We are the Borg. Existence as you know it is over. Star Trek. This is just only something that boomers watch and people who are really boring and old. David, I assume that you watched Star Trek a lot when it was around.
I'm familiar with the Borg. Yes. Okay. I actually made a video once where like the Kaaba is a little Borg cube, and I just put the audio overlay from the Borg. We are the Borg.
Yeah. That's funny. Imran Ali said, whether you like it or not. What was that message?
Whether you like it or not, SNEAKO will humiliate Islam.
Copers.
SNEAKO will embarrass Islam, whether you like it or not. Copers.
Cope. SNEAKO, alhamdulillah, SNEAKO, mashallah. You cannot stop thinking about Islam. Yeah, just the way Muhammad could not stop thinking about little girls and having sex with every woman that he sees outside.
Yeah, you've got this. Yeah. You've got this religion that says you're under a death sentence, and you've got people like Ali Dawa sending you messages saying, "Hey, as soon as we get our Islamic State, we're going to chop your head off." And haha, you keep thinking about this religion that we're spreading that calls for your violent subjugation and death. Haha, how stupid you are.
Yeah. I didn't get very.
You brought that on yourself.
Messages recently. I got a lot of terrible messages recently, and this is not even the response that I want to give to it. This is just
we're gonna have a way better response.
We're gonna give a fantastic.
But look, I mean, Imran Ali, why would you taunt a man who will just start ripping up a Quran? I mean, why would you do? Why do your actions? Why do you keep convincing people to desecrate your book through your actions? I mean, shouldn't your religion teach you to be a bit nicer and to get along with people and not make them desecrate your book and draw cartoons of your fake prophet, your fake child molesting prophet?
Awesome said, what surah is that AP? I have no idea. They are all terrible, idiotic surahs coming from the minds of some really disturbed, dumb morons in the 7th century. I don't really care which one it is. Every single one of them deserves to be ripped up. You three will be friends, fighting Islam in no time. You mean David, me, and SNEAKO?
SNEAKO, yeah.
I don't
know.
So.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
I have nothing against. I think he's pretty dumb, and I don't blame him for that. He's just. Maybe I should stop saying that, right? Maybe I shouldn't be that mean.
Yeah,
but I don't think he's an idiot. He's a bad person. I don't think he's like, it's entertaining to watch the guy, but he says some really messed up stuff occasionally, and his interests are just completely in different directions. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Anubha said, I was praying for such a long time people speak the truth about Tate and his followers. SNEAKO is so influenced by Tate. Praise God for revealing the truth. SNEAKO getting a taste of Islam. Bless you both. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot.
And by the way, little side note there. So you take someone like SNEAKO and he says, hey, I'm a Muslim now. And they all lose their minds. Yay, SNEAKO's gonna convince all his fans that Islam is wonderful. And now all his fans are going to be watching and find out how wonderful Islam is. And then a few weeks later, what is this? What is this? I can't stand this. I can't stand this. Guess what? His followers are watching that too. His followers are all watching that going, huh. So that's what Islam does. It's like this system of like obsessed preoccupation with everything you're doing all day, every day, to the point where they want you to move into a mosque. Notice, SNEAKO wants to be popular. What could you do if he just sat in a mosque reciting the Quran all day? You can't do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't go together. But now, anyway, his fans. By the way, if his fans if he didn't make Islam fun somehow, his fans would watch it. Like, suppose SNEAKO actually became what his Muslim followers are telling him to become. This is just this guy who sits around and does nothing haram and sits in a mosque all day reciting the Quran. SNEAKO's fans who think he's funny are going to be enraged at Islam if that's what it did to him. They'd be, look, you destroyed SNEAKO and made him this boring dude who sits in a mosque all day reciting the Quran. Fortunately for them, he's not going to do that, but his followers are watching all of this going, wow, these guys are obsessed with controlling us.
Yeah. I just had to quickly get something off my chest about Nazis and Islamists. Okay. What do you guys think about the YouTube channel Give Light? We talked about that last stream already. Give Light. It was a YouTube channel that is some guy who is an ex-Muslim and who is a Christian and who makes videos. We looked at that briefly. I didn't look at it since then because I don't really look very much at YouTube. I don't like YouTubers. I don't like YouTube videos. I don't like people who make YouTube videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll check it out. Sheikh Boyardi said, okay, here you go. Thank you, Sheikh Boyardi. Your contribution has been noticed. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is that's the Supreme Leader Aladdin from the movie The Great Dictator? Yeah. That's such a stupid movie. I love it. Anuba said, bless you both. Thank you so much. I appreciate it again. Once again. Thank you. David, do you have to go? You look kind of nervous. You look like
yeah, I was supposed to go like 19 minutes ago.
Oh, do you want to go?
Well, well, if you're going to be another 3 or 4 minutes, I'll sit here. If you're going to be another 30 minutes, then I will grab my computer and go downstairs.
Okay, let me see.
And then re-sign in.
No. Let me see if there's anything specifically for you here. Doesn't McDonald said, David, have you thought of collaborating with Jay Dyer?
I never think of collaborating with anyone. If you notice, I normally just I'll go on people if someone asks me to join them or something like that. I'll do that. But normally I just collaborate with. Like if you look at who I hang out with and stuff, it's usually just my friends. Like that's So I don't sit here. Oh, I really want to work with this guy or that. No. I mean, you did a show. You did a show recently with him, right?
Yeah.
Jay Dyer. Yeah.
It was very good. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just I'm not the most sociable guy in the world. So normally I just focus on what I'm doing, and then if I do something that's with my friends or if someone asks me or something. I
personally loved talking to that guy.
Everyone I've ever seen says he's like really smart and stuff.
Yeah,
like
no,
that,
he's very intelligent, and that's. I had that rare instance of being like really enjoying a very intelligent conversation with somebody who is very intelligent and respectable.
Unlike talking to you, David. This guy seems smart.
That said, Jay Dyer has some really problematic views on a lot of stuff, but that's expected. He's too.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. AP gave the warning. Jay Dyer is blacklisted.
I would probably invite him over and over again. I loved it. Why Becca not to point? Why is Becca, which is used to explain Mecca, not pointing to Jacob and the United Stone? Do you want to say anything about this quickly before you
go? No, not really. So I guess they're why is that supposed to be the psalm that we've gone through before? Why they're going to say that's Mecca and not referring to Jesus when he is anointed with oil and so on. I don't think you'd. I mean, if you're looking for it as like some sort of clear prophecy or something like that, I don't think there's any clear prophecy involved in that. But yeah, you can interpret this as some symbolic of something with Jesus or something like that. But yeah, I don't think it's talking about any of that stuff. I think it's just talking about how great it is to go up and worship God.
I made a very extensive video on that stuff, responding to the Muslim claims that Becca is somehow Mecca, which is a very stupid suggestion.
That was really stupid.
Yeah, really incredible.
And you look at that and you go, wow, you guys are so desperate to find prophecies. You'll just say, hey, Becca sounds like the word Mecca, except for to be. But we could call Mecca Becca too. So therefore, this is talking about Mecca. You see, It's like, gosh, guys.
It's clearly talking about pilgrimage to Jerusalem, to Zion, but you know what? Zion actually doesn't mean Zion. It doesn't actually mean Jerusalem. It means something else.
It means Zamzam water.
Yeah, that's how you
Powerful.
do it. And finally, David, will you ever respond to AP on your debate against him? David is scared, and he kind of.
I'm
he
ready when
realized he
AP
lost.
is. I'm ready when AP is.
You're supposed to respond to me.
Historically, the delays were caused by me, but the recent delays are all on AP.
Okay, let's start.
You ready to get crushed?
We
You
will
ready to
get
get
back to
crushed?
that.
Because I'd be happy to crush you.
We will get back to
I'd
it.
be
Yes,
happy to crush you.
Yes, try it. Do your best. Okay. With that said, David, you can go, and I'll just finish these things here. And
Good.
leave.
Although we should chat later because we have some reacting to stuff to do.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
All right. Get
See
you later.
Stay away from things. Any thoughts on Zerka's recent activity? I don't really follow the guy. I mean, he's a lunatic. I don't know how else to put it, but he's a lunatic. I don't really follow anything he does. Tailson McDonald said, David, have you thought of collaborating with... I just read this because he was here, right? Frank Garcia said John 3:16. Remind me what that is. Very popular one. Elite RSR, thank you. Advice for closeted ex-Muslims living at home. Keep it closeted as long as you can, and as long as it does not interfere with your safety, your liberty, with your overall happiness. Find a way out. Find your independence. Move to some better place. And yeah. Tails McDonald said, no, McDonald said, so read it again. No, I'm not going to read it again. I just read it. Wasn't your comment the one asking David if he's going to collaborate with Jay Dyer or not? I think we've said enough about it. Wardoon, as a critic of Islam, don't both of you think that knowledge of Arabic language will give you more edge and credibility in debating Muslim scholars? Yes. And we have both been kind of working on and off on that. And yes, I agree with that. But then, I don't know. Yes, but I definitely think so. Anuba said, I was asked by a Muslim, why did Jesus hide himself if he is the Messiah? John 8:59 said that it was not his time. He's the Lord. Christians can answer that. I think if I had I seen this, I would have left this to David. I don't want to assume the responsibility of giving an answer here, although I think to me the answer is quite obvious when you talk about the plan. But hey, thank you, Anuba. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And your super chats and your answers are making it all wonderful, making it all possible. Zerka. People are talking about Zerka. Zerka is a conspiracy theory. Yeah, Zerka is this guy who is the SNEAKO of Christianity. I would say that he's even worse as far as everything that I've seen about him. He is a severe drug addict, easily violent, it looks like. He has some really messed up tendencies of going for young girls and thinking. There was even a video of him saying, I think I'm a pedophile, or am I a pedophile, or something like that, because he was into 14-year-olds, these 14-year-old girls, without knowing that they're 14 years old. It's really messed up. And he calls himself a Christian, and he's just as Christian as these Nick Fuentes and the others. He just has these Christian slogans, and then, okay, he's actually worse in terms of the degeneracy, in terms of the stuff that he does. He treats women like dirt. That's basically his whole game. And yeah, that's all I really want to say about it. And he's a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, a very, very brutal one. When I say conspiracy theorist, I know lots of people nowadays, these last years, have a reaction to the term conspiracy theorist. But when I talk about that guy, I really mean severe conspiracy theorist. Really, really severe stuff. And I just can't respect it when you think, the moon landing is just one thing to start with, but the Earth is probably not even spherical. It's probably not even roundish. It's probably flat. And there are probably these beings that make us all think that it is round. And the stuff that is in the water turns us all gay, which is why I try not to drink water. I don't know. I don't even want to go further. Start by getting an education, invest in country, move out. That's what I would say to ex-Muslims. Thinks the earth is flat. Yes, exactly. Oh my. Yes, exactly. Flat earth retard. I didn't want to say it. You said it. So thank you. If you can all just if you can type it in the chat, I will read it out here. I just don't want to take this. This is very problematic, endorsing that kind of stuff in the chat, I guess. I don't know. AP, you should have Zerko on. No, never. Never. I will not have such people on. I have seen him say some really, 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 really messed up stuff. And by messed up, I mean really, really bad stuff, including, to me, this is personally a very disturbing no, which was him bragging about calling all women whores, saying, yeah, they are whores. All women are whores. To which I would respond, you are a piece of shit. Go play in a sandbox. And I have nothing to do with you. I will never have anything to do with you. Okay, I would say go fuck yourself. Okay, that's what I would say. TT Infection says, interesting, SNEAKO still talks about Islam and still does haram things. Also, he bashed women and linked the hadith about most women being in hell. He's just a grifter. He just goes with whatever is popular at the moment. That's all he does. And it's funny, he also makes this clarification video where he basically explains he went with the whole red pill thing because it was in fashion. He made use of it. He rode the waves, and he got whatever he could out of that. But now it's over. It's no longer enjoyable. Now he wants to go to the next thing. He went from the red pill to the next thing, to which is Islam. Now he wants to go from Islam to the next thing, which is dating with these random girls and having them all on his channel, and I don't know, showing his new Muslim audience all the pleasant the pleasantries, the pleasant sides of chatting with women who want to date him and who want to come over and have sex with him, and all of that stuff. This is great. I mean, it's, in my opinion, this is great. As said, corrupting Islam and detaching Muslims from Islam, I'm all for it. But then also proving that Islam is clearly not the solution, and showing to Muslims how wrong they are in thinking if everybody just converts to Islam, then things will become wonderful, proving them all wrong. I'm all for that. So today I have officially become a SNEAKO fan, actually. Yeah. I can say it now with my chest. I have become a SNEAKO fan. Samar Kumar said super chat missed. I didn't miss it. I highlighted it. You made a super chat and didn't say anything. Samar Kumar, thank you so much. I lost the super chat here. I can't put it on the screen anymore. But thank you. I appreciate that very much. AP is being kind. I know. I'm really containing myself so much here with the stuff that I have on my mind, with the things that I could say to people, with the language that I use. I'm really being so gentle and so respectful and so polite here. Sometimes I think, why am I even doing this? Why am I even being polite? Why would I do that? Why don't I just let it all out? Why don't I just say everything that should be said? Why don't I just speak it all out? But I don't. There is just, that's no way to go, right? There's no way to communicate in a society. Yeah, we live in a society, so that's that. Another day, another stream. It is good to see you, AP. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't have a live stream last weekend because okay, so last weekend I was supposed to have a live stream. I wanted to talk about Andrew Tate once again because some really huge updates happened on Andrew Tate, and I thought I have to cover this stuff. Some really big developments are coming out in terms of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate and the whole case. The prosecution is advancing like an army that's going to crush them in court. And I was going to cover that, but I just want to leave it as I was basically asked not to make that live stream because I was going to go into a lot of details on where the process of prosecuting Andrew Tate and the others is going. I was going to go into a lot of details, and I was basically asked not to make that live stream for now, not to cover it. So I thought, yeah, okay, well, whatever. You're telling me this right now, the day I'm supposed to go live, but okay, I'm just going to drop it. And then once I dropped that, I didn't have anything else planned. I was stressed out. David was ready to be busy and to reschedule things. So I thought, okay, let's just reschedule. Let's do something else some other time. Then we were going to talk on Monday, but then something else happened on Monday. I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. In fact, from now on, I should be making 24-hour streams every day and be like SNEAKO. Wing it. That's what I should do all the time. I should start playing I should start playing chess here, sharing my stream, and things like that. There is a lot to cover in so little time. That's true. I need to make more stuff on Islam, getting away from the whole social news that are roaming and that are so interesting and so much fun, so enjoyable. I know the thing is, a lot more people come to the stream and a lot more people engage. A lot more people are here when we talk about current stuff like the whole SNEAKO stuff or the Andrew Tate news or what, I don't know, what this Muslim apologist just said. But I do want to always focus more on what I'm actually doing, which is criticizing and exposing Islam. And I know that if you want to create content, if you want to keep more people engaged, and if you want to keep the reach and spread the reach of this channel, which came into existence because of a message, then it's probably a good idea to have those streams that appeal to more people. But that said, I always value the other things which get fewer views more than the popular stuff. And I'm tempted to always go back and make more videos on Islam, on critically analyzing Islam, or making more live streams on criticizing Islam. One day I'll get back to that. Prophet tales. I want to keep this. Want to keep the details separate here, but to just quickly explain it, I recently got in touch with Saitan, who is the other guy who made the animations and most of the art, including many of the voices and even the singing of the Prophet tales. I wrote the song and he sang it. I wrote most of the script. He changed it a little bit and spoke most of it and made the animation. He did some really great stuff. And I recently got back to him and I said, hey, you know what? Everybody's asking about Prophet Tales. I want to get back to Prophet Tales. I think Prophet Tales was the funniest thing on this channel. It was amazing. I want to keep doing that. I want to get back and revive that. In fact, start it. So I thought, I told him my idea. I said we should do seasons where we will just create a bunch of episodes, Prophet Tales, season 1, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say, or 6, I don't know, and then publish them all at the same time or one after the other, then take a break, go to season 2, and continue like that. I thought that could be interesting. It could make things easier. That's what I'm thinking. So I then said, that's a good idea. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Let's write some topics down that we want to make episodes on. Let's work on them. And I already have a plan. I already have topics in mind that I want to make Prophet Tales episodes on. But yeah, hey, we will get back to that. I will start working on that. I just want to make sure that I have that I can give Seitan something in return for all the work he does in creating that stuff. Because I plan it, I write it, I do all of that, but he sits down and does a lot of the work, the animations, making it so much funnier with his animations and his voice. He's just doing such a huge part of it. And with YouTube not monetizing things properly and possibly demonetizing Prophet Tales episodes, I don't want him to just do this and not get much in return. I want to give him something from that. So I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know. I'll keep thinking on that, and I will give updates on that quite soon. All right, I think I should go. now. Yeah, Black Angel said support the Prophet Tales project via PayPal. PayPal. Yeah, I need support. I need support to all of the stuff that I'm doing, and I need support for the Prophet Tales as well. Okay, I'm going to go. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a fantastic day. We will be back very soon. And as this one interesting guy always says,
stay away from Islam.
Yeah, stay away from Islam. For some reason, I'm still here. End. Come on. I can't even end my own live stream. What? I'm still live.